quite the TBR for this month. So I also wanted to include a little bit of a book haul. Hello people of the YouTube world and all who are watching this. I am Mackenzie901K. June is right upon us. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about us being halfway through the year. I don't really know how to feel about that, but a new month means another monthly reset. I hope you guys are enjoying the monthly resets. I'm trying to do them every single month. Hopefully we'll be able to stick to that because I am really enjoying filming them. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go ahead and we're going to go through my TBR for the month. So I do have quite the TBR for this month. I have a couple fun books and I have some just different genres kind of chilling. I really want to get through this TBR this month. Hopefully we can. So let's go ahead and let's get right on into it. The first book that I have here is Clockwork Princess. This is the last book in the Infernal Devices series. I have had this sitting on my shelf for months and I'm still yet to pick it up. I literally have a bookmark in here from when I originally was going to pick it up. So this is the Infernal Devices series. It is following our main girl Tessa Gray. It just follows her as she is discovering the shadow hunters, what they do. She's got some interesting things about her and she's also looking for her brother Nathaniel. I think I've honestly just been putting this off because I am so scared to read it, but I am still excited for it. I do want to fully finish this series because it is on my yearly TBR, I believe, so I do want to fully finish this series. So hopefully we can get to this month. The next book that I have here is a buddy read for Patreon. This is what we are reading for her Patreon. This is the book that we have picked. It is Strange the Dreamer by Lonnie Taylor. I have never read this book before. I am so excited to read it because I have heard so many great things about this book. Katie has gushed about this book before, so I am really excited to pick this up. I don't really know much of what this is about. It says here, since he was 5 years old, Lazo Strange has been obsessed with the mythical lost city of Weep, but it would take someone bolder than he to go and search for it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself in the person of a hero called the Godslayer and band of legendary warriors. He has to seize this chance or he will lose his dream forever. Interesting. I am intrigued. I've heard this is a fabulous series. This is a fabulous duology, so I am super duper excited to pick this up. The next book that I have here is When the Moon Hatched. This is by Sarah A. Parker. I have seen this book kind of floating around on TikTok, on Instagram, on BookTube. I've just kind of seen this book everywhere lately. I don't really know what this one is about either. I just know that it sounds really interesting and there is a dragon in it. And there's also like a 30-page glossary in the front, so I am a little bit intimidated by it, but it does seem really interesting and really unique, and I have heard some really positive things about this book, so I am super duper excited to read this. It is quite a thick book, so we shall see if I get to this. I'm hoping I do because I am very excited about it. Then we have the next two books that we have are kind of an either or situation because I don't think I'm going to get to both of them this month. I do want to either pick up Bad Blood, which is the 4th installment in the Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, or I want to pick up Good Girl Bad Blood, which is the 2nd installment installment in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series by Holly Jackson. So either one of these will be fun. I am kind of leaning more towards this. This series is following a girl named Cassie, and Cassie's mother was murdered a long time ago, I believe by a serial killer. So she gets recruited by the FBI for an ability that she has. She's really good at reading people, and she gets hired by the FBI to solve cold cases in this naturals program. This is the last book, and there is a novella in here as well. So I am really interested in finishing this series just because I was really into this series in like August, September of last year, but since then I've not picked it back up. I don't know why. I really didn't like the third book in the series, but I am really intrigued to finish this series off, and I want to finish it. I want to get it off of my unfinished series list. Then we have Bad Blood. I really want to pick this one up again just because it is one of those series that is still unfinished for me. And the first book we're following Pip, and Pip is trying to solve a murder that happened a few years back, and it involves a girl who went to the same school as Pip. Also, it was thought that it was the boyfriend of the girl that killed her. So Pip goes on this mission, and she has to do like a project in school. So she's determined to actually solve this case and figure out what actually happened to this girl. I don't really know what the continuation is about, but I am super duper intrigued by this as well. I have been wanting to finish the Good Girls Guide to Murder series for so long, and also the show is coming out in July, so I really want to get to this series and finish it before the show comes out in July. The next book that we have is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. I have put this on a few TBRs before, but I am really wanting to sit down and finish this book because honestly, it's not even 300 pages. I don't know why I haven't just sat down and finished it, but that is changing because I need to get to it. I've heard so many good things about this book. I've heard it's such a cozy little read. All I know about this is that we are following a girl named Theodora, and half of her soul got taken as a child. So she no longer has half of her soul, meaning she can't feel things the same way other people feel them. I hope it's gonna be good, and it takes place during the Regency era, so fingers crossed I'm gonna enjoy it. And then this next book is gonna be another big maybe, but I have recently been so intrigued by this series that I just want to pick this book up, and that is A Natural History of Dragons. It's a memoir by Lady Trent. This is written by Marie Brennan, and I am so intrigued by this as well. All I know is that this book does get compared to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I do think that it's kind of the same premise, that Lady Trent is going out and she is observing these dragons in their natural habitat. So other than that, I don't really know what else it's about. I've just heard really great things from Katie. I do, however, fear that this book may take place in the dead of winter, and I don't know how to feel about that going into June. So that's why I'm really saying this book is a solid maybe. We shall see. Then the next couple books that I have are middle grade books. That is Kiki's Delivery Service and Howl's Moving Castle. I've never read either of these. I really want to get to Kiki's Delivery Service ASAP because Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite Ghibli movie. So this one we are following Kiki. Kiki is a witch, and when they turn 13, they are supposed to find a new place to live for a year and kind of establish themselves. So that is what Miss Kiki does, and this book is so short. It's quite literally just 200 pages. It's teeny tiny, and it's got some of the cutest little illustrations in it, and I'm so obsessed. Hold on, I'll show you an illustration. Ain't they so cute? Oh, I'm obsessed. And then of course we have Howl's Moving Castle. This is also another Ghibli movie that I have watched, but unfortunately never read the book. This cover is so cute. This we're following Sophie, and Sophie gets cursed by the Witch of the Waste, and she goes and lives with Howl, and she just is kind of dealing with this curse. She gets turned into an old woman, and she's just dealing with it. So it is such a cute Ghibli movie. I've heard that this is not super duper similar to the Ghibli movie, but this is very similar, or at least that's what I've heard. I don't know if that's correct, but I am so excited to pick these two up. Then the last book that I have is a manga. This is Witch Hat Atelier Volume 2, and honestly I just kind of want to pick up the rest of the Witch Hat Atelier volumes this month. I did finally find them at my library. So funny story, I did try to go on my library app, and for whatever reason the app was not pulling up the whole series, so I thought my library just had the first copy, and at that point I had pretty much read at least halfway through the first volume, and I was like, it's okay, we'll just order them because I think that they're so cute anyway. Turns out my library actually does have pretty much the full series that's currently out. I'm just a goober in that regard, so I'm not going to be buying any more of the volumes until I fully read the series, because I don't want another situation with Spy Family where I do own the whole series, and I don't know if I ever want to pick it up again at this point. It's okay though. We're gonna read Witch Hat Atelier. I'm excited to get to volume 2. I am loving this little series so much. I think that it is so cute. I love like the art style. I'm just obsessed with this, and I am so excited to continue this little manga series. That is everything that is on my TBR. Now I want to go ahead and I want to get into the journaling portion. So I am going to be doing such a cute little journaling spread this month. Let's go ahead and let's get into the journaling portion. hello. So I also wanted to include a little bit of a book haul in this video because I just recently went and purchased quite a few little fun reads, so I thought we would go through those as well. I also hope you guys enjoyed my little Hilda spread. Oh, I'm so obsessed with that show right now, and to now have a little journaling spread dedicated to Hilda, I'm obsessed. Let's go ahead and let's get into the haul that I have here. First, we have Spiderwick Volume 1, Book 1. This is a TV show currently on the Roku channel, and it randomly popped up on my TV one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so intriguing. So all I know is that we are following these 3 children. There is these magical creatures about that no one can actually see unless you have like a specific eye for it or something like that. Unless you know that they're there, then you know. But there is something called a field journal that the evil people, I forgot what their names are as well, that the evil people are wanting to take and use, of course, for evil purposes. But Jared and Simon are trying to prevent that, so they are trying to gather up this field journal. From what I've watched of the show, I am really enjoying it. So TBD if I like the books, but they seem really intriguing. The next book that I have is a bit of a wild card for me, and I've only picked it up because I am extremely interested in the show, and that is Outlander. It says she walks through a standing stone in one of the ancient stone circles that's on the British Isles, and suddenly she is an outlander in Scotland torn by war raiding clans in year 1743, and she's from 1945. So there is a time traveling element in here, so I am excited to read this and then turn around and watch the show and see kind of what I think. This is the, I guess, the show tie-in cover too. I am intrigued. Then the next little book that we have here is called Earl's Trip. I don't really know too much of what this is about, other than it's taking place in the Regency era, and right now I am just really obsessed with the Regency era. I thought that this cover was just so sweet, so I decided to go ahead and I decided to pick this up to give it a try. It says, the first in a sparkling Regency era series with a delightfully modern feel, set against the irresistible backdrop of an annual trip taken by 3 handsome earls. I'm very excited to get into this. The next book that I have is The Idea of You. This is a movie that my best friend Chloe and I watched on Prime Video. Apparently this was based on Harry Styles, and if y'all don't know, I don't really talk about my music taste on here a lot, but Harry Styles, I do love him. So we're following Celine. She's 40 years old. She is going to Coachella. She meets the main singer of August Moon, and his name is Hayes Campbell. They meet, and then, yeah, I mean, it's a romance. You can kind of go, you kind of know what goes from there. But I've heard that the book ending is different than the movie ending, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I am intrigued to pick this up. Next, we have When in Rome by Sarah Adams. I have been wanting to read this book and pick this book up for so long. I originally read Practice Makes Perfect last year, and ever since then I have been so intrigued to read When in Rome. All I know is, so Noah is the brother to the girl in Practice Makes Perfect. Amelia is a pop star, and she finds herself in a small town called Rome, Kentucky. But I do know already kind of what happens, because of course I read Practice Makes Perfect before this, but I am interested to see how it develops in this book. And then finally we have X's and O's by Axio. I have seen so many people talk about this. It literally says that it gives K-drama vibes on the back. I've never watched a K-drama. I have seen portions of them through TikTok, but have never really like sat down and fully watched them. I just think that it sounds so interesting and fun. I have just really been in a summer romance mood, I guess, because it is getting that time for it to be summer, and I am very excited to sit down and read some summery, cute, fun books. That just sounds like my cup of tea right now. So with that being said, that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps out the channel, makes my heart smile. You know how it be around here. Also, be sure to tap that subscribe button if you want to stick around for a little bit. I do have some super duper fun summer reads coming up. Also, make sure you tap that post notification bell so you will be notified right when I upload a video. I try to upload videos every Sunday and Thursday at 6 p.m. EST. That does not always happen, so make sure that you guys are tapping that post notification bell so you'll be right here front and center for whenever I get to upload videos. With that being said, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.